Who's ready for a sneak peek? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Today's the day. Holy cannoli. I am gonna share with you right now the very first video that is inside of the online course for style language. I'm so excited to share this. I want you guys to be able to see like the energy and the style and the vibe and everything about the course so that you can see whether it's gonna be right for you. And if it is, you can actually go right now to stylelanguage.tv and officially reserve your spot. I'm so excited. It's gonna be really amazing. We are gonna do this as a group starting January 20th. So you can reserve your spot now, but something about the timing, you guys, I don't know, it just felt magical. It's like, this is gift giving season. We are spending all of our time and all of our attention and all of our energy and all of our money on sort of giving to others. And then all of a sudden, like the new year comes and we have all these like goals and dreams and things we wanted to do. And it's just like, boom, it shows up before you know it. It kind of takes us all by surprise. So by doing it this way, you can give yourself this gift now, guaranteeing that come 2023, there is this magical, transformative, beautiful journey waiting for you. And it's all about you and all about the best you. I cannot wait. I am so excited. I'm gonna shut up and I'm going to officially introduce Style Language. Enjoy. Guys, welcome to Style Language. This is the online course. I can't tell you how excited I am to share and do this work with you. This is going to be so fun and so powerful and surprisingly transformative. So what is Style Language? Simply put, Style Language is the cheat code to unlock your personal style. By the time this course is done, you will have unlocked your unique style language, which is the 3 to 4 words that define your personal style. It's what you need to feel in your physical appearance in order to always feel like your best, most authentic self. It's an incredibly simple concept, but one with profound impact. Think of it kind of like the 5 love languages. You know how your love language is the way you communicate love? It's how you express love to those around you and how you need to receive it in order to actually feel it, right? The 5 love languages became a phenomenon because it was so simple, but more importantly, because it was rooted in self-acceptance. It was about accepting the way you communicate love instead of feeling guilty about the ways that you don't. Well, your style language is actually very similar. It's how you communicate your identity. It's how you communicate your personality to the world around you and in turn to yourself. It's all about how that communication is gonna make you feel. It's about knowing and owning who you truly are and showing up as that person every single day. So why words? How do 3 to 4 words actually help anything, much less change everything? Well, when you pick the right words, which we're gonna do together, they ensure that you feel a balance and a harmony in yourself. It's like a checks and balance system whose sole purpose is to make you feel good. It takes the pressure off because you have like a go-to recipe to always look and feel your best every single time. Now, style's a tricky subject, and I get it. I think a lot of people feel separate from style. It feels like part of pop culture, something that belongs to influencers, celebrities, people who are superficial or vain or obsessed with their image, and I get it. That world seems to be fueled by unattainable standards, and it certainly thrives in your insecurity. So, no wonder you want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it, and I love this stuff, so I totally get it. But here's the good news. Style language has nothing to do with that world. It actually exists in direct opposition to the fashion-y fashion world because its whole purpose is to express your individuality and to create a deep sense of self-acceptance. Your style is an incredibly powerful tool, and starting today, we're gonna use it for good. Okay, so why should you listen to me? For those of you that don't know much about me or my career up until this point, I'm gonna give you a quick 1-minute breakdown. I have been making clothes since I was in middle school. I was DIYing before DIY was like a category. Back then it was just called, I have no formal training and I don't really know what I'm doing. I even had a clothing line of my thrifted upcycles, which I absolutely loved. I ended up moving to New York and was cast on a fashion design competition show on NBC. It was called Fashion Star. I didn't win, but I was brought back to host a behind the scenes series for their next season. And that was my first hosting gig. And I swear it changed my life. Hosting was kind of like a sweet spot where I got to be on camera, which I love, but I got to be myself, which I need. That show led to a show on E! Called The Fabulist that I co-hosted with Kristen Cavallari, one of the coolest chicks you'll ever meet. I did a show called Who Wore Better with Kat Sadler, another absolute gem. I love her. I got to do Fashion Police with the iconic Joan Rivers and Live from the Red Carpet and all of the fun E! things. But I always kind of felt like a fraud at E. E is a really like fashion-y kind of place, and that's not me. I'm a DIYer, I'm a thrifter. I had to like Google how to pronounce designer names before red carpets. So while the like young fashion girl in me was so excited, it never really felt like the right fit, and most of the time, it kind of made me feel insecure. After that whole experience came to an end, I was cast on a show called Home and Family. It was a daytime talk show, and I did DIY content 3 to 4 times a week for 7 years. I mean, it was like DIY TV boot camp, but it gave me the chops to do shows like The Today Show and Access Hollywood, which I still get to do, and it's amazing. And then I started my YouTube channel, and that's really where I feel like I discovered my voice in this sort of creative world. That voice is all about designing a one-of-a-kind life, using DIY to express yourself through your clothes, taking ownership of the way you want to show up, and ultimately building a life that makes you feel incredible instead of less than. Underneath every DIY was always style language. I just didn't know it at the time. In 2020, when everything got shut down, I started writing this as a book. I started sharing it on TikTok back in February of 2022, and the idea of like applying words to your personal style took off. But my goal with this course is to provide a real deep dive to the idea of style words, to feel that these words are deeply connected to your best self so that they don't need to change constantly, change with the next best trend. No, style language is not style as style. It's style as self-help. It's style as self-discovery, and ultimately it is style as self-acceptance. So let's discuss what's coming up so you can pace yourself, decide how quickly you want to go through this. It's going to be so amazing. So first up, I am going to prove to you that style is a language. It is a super important reframe and is integral to the style language process. So we're going to discuss that. Second, I am going to explain the mind-boggling research that demonstrates just how much we are actually being affected by the clothes we wear. This stuff is proven through neuroscience and psychology studies done by people way smarter than me, but it is so cool, and I think you might nerd out like I did, so I'm really excited to share that. Third, we're gonna discuss how those changes that happen in you then affect everything else around you. We're gonna talk about some crazy heady stuff, but it is the perfect answer to the question, why should I even give a about my style? And once you see it, you can't go back. So I can't wait to share that. Part 4 through 9 is when we actually unlock your words. It's gonna be so fun. This is gonna be done through identifying energetic crushes, style crushes, visualizations, Q&As, quizzes, journal prompts, tons of amazing work. And by the time this section is done, you will have a working style language that is deeply connected to your best self. This is the point where if we have a one-on-one, if you signed up for that option, I will come in to help ask some of the right questions, maybe translate some of the information you've uncovered, and really help troubleshoot the answers until you arrive at the perfect, one-of-a-kind custom style language designed just for you. And then on to the super fun part, 10 through 13, which is really all about speaking your language. I'm gonna share with you the 4 elements of style, my 4X method, and my anchor method. These are all tools that I have used and created in order to create every outfit in my styling videos, TV segments, and my everyday life. And I'll teach you how to transform each and every piece sitting in your closet right now to speak your unique style language. You're gonna get the most out of your closet, and this is gonna be amazing. We're also gonna discuss how to kind of flex certain words in your language depending on where you're going or who you're going with, so that you have tons of freedom and variety, but you always feel like you, but like the right you for the right moment, you know? I got you covered. All right, guys, before we dive in, I have some journal prompts I want you to tackle. Try your very best to write a full page on each of these. I know that sounds like a lot, but I promise you, the magic of journaling is when you start to release and you just write. Sometimes these like subconscious answers just pop up out of nowhere, and you'll uncover things at a much faster pace. Now, another thing that I think is really helpful with journaling is I promise myself I'm never gonna go back and read my answers, because I've noticed that if I think my future self might get embarrassed or like cringe at what I've written, I'm less honest with myself in the moment. So release yourself from any judgment, freedom. These journal prompts are about really uncovering who you are and getting to the heart of this. So the more honest you can be, the better. Okay, let's dive in. Oh my God, I'm so excited.